Okay, here's a little study time for 1302 final. Most of the final is over MLA. It's 33 questions, multiple choice. Going to involve these issues here. So make sure you're up on MLA rules in general for the paper, like the basic format with the margins and those sorts of things. Everything, of course, is double spaced in um, MLA, even the heading, and then know about your citations, how to put them in, what it looks like, what a proper citation looks like. What it's going to do is it's going to give you different options and pick which one's proper. On block quotes in MLA, you just got to remember that if it's 5 lines or more, you indent it everything 5 spaces. You don't indent the first line like you do in a paragraph. You just indent the block quote, and it's still double spaced. That's different from other formats where it might go down to single space, but in MLA it's double spaced. Your headings are the name and my name and the course name. Know what a proper one of those looks like, what goes where. Paraphrasing, remember, even if you paraphrase, you've got to cite it. Even if it's your own words, you've got to cite it. If you're getting the information or the idea from a source, you have to give it a citation. And then with quotations directly, how to do that. One of the things that MLA asks you to do is to use introductory statements like he says, or the author makes the point that, comma, and then you make the quotation. You got to have those kind of things. In paraphrasing, even if you use some of the words, if you're using the words out of the quote, you have to put those in quotation marks, okay? Even if it's just a couple of words and most of it's your own words. Know your basic punctuation. The punctuation comes after the citation. That what goes inside quotation marks, what goes outside quotation marks. Know what a proper works cited page looks like, and it's going to give you examples of like a works cited source and which one's the proper one. Remember, it gets down to an MLA, mainly what's italicized, books and magazines and journal articles are italicized. The titles of the articles themselves go in quotation marks, and just look at those, okay? All right, a good source, know the idea that good sources come from reputable sources, experts in the field, books, journal articles, not so much, magazines and Wikipedia and things like that. Primary sources are they're from the mouth of the person themselves. So in other words, if you're writing a paper on Abraham Lincoln, when you quote Abraham Lincoln, that's a primary source. When you quote what other people say about Abraham Lincoln, it's a secondary source, okay? That's the basic difference there. Study these basic commonly mixed up words, especially its and its. That's the confusing one. It looks like a possessive, but it's really the contraction. And all these, make sure you understand the difference between those. Basic paragraphs, what makes a strong paragraph? It involves a topic sentence, a body, and a conclusion, and then there'll be transitions. Know that a thesis statement is a claim. It's a big claim that needs proof. It's arguable, meaning that it's arguable and debatable, meaning that people disagree and you need to argue for it. You can argue for it. It's not too big. You're not saying world peace is good. Everybody agrees with that, and it's very clear and it's very precise, and it's interesting, okay? And then also what makes good conclusions, going back to your introduction, having a call to action, making sure you've included the so what question, things like that. These are the sort of things you're going to want to study, okay, for your final. Like I said, the final is multiple choice, and I think you get a couple hours to do it. It shouldn't be hard. As long as you don't click out of it, you can stay in it and double check your questions. And I do think it will tell you what you got wrong when you're done. The questions are basically 3.33 a piece or some 3.1 a piece, so about 3 points a piece. Okay? I hope this helps. If you need any other help, just give me a jingle or text me or send me the message on the message board or whatever. Okay? All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.